What do you have for Dak? I was over telling you about the Malice at the Palace.
Sam Laporta, it would be nice if Sam
down.
Laporta were 100%, but he's got a back problem.
Correct.
Tell us the deep-rooted issues with back problems and professional athletes, especially at that position, since he's running, catching, passing, and doing his best to block out of a three-point stance.
Yeah, I mean, right now the rumor is that he's got a partial fracture of the vertebral body. So when I came out with when he initially got put on IR right before the game with Philly, I was worried about a bone contusion versus a fracture, and I think Kool-Aid has some anatomy we can kind of go over. But understanding the vertebral body, when he took that hit, we're anticipating, nobody knows for sure that when he was carrying three guys and that one guy hit him solid in the middle of his back. What you're seeing here is the vertebral body. So you see anterior, so that's the front, versus the posterior, which is the back. Yeah. The spinous process there, you can see, is when you feel your back and your spine, that's the spinous process. The transverse process are on the two sides. The thing when we talked about spondies is see where it says superior articular process?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's exactly kind of where the pars defect is. That area where the facet, the joint, the fancy name is facet, but it's basically the joint, how they kind of come together. All those areas are vulnerable, right? So we don't know exactly, but when I predicted, when we saw that hit, that's typically what happens. If you lose a transverse process with a non-displaced fracture, it's a fracture of that pedicle, that anatomy there that will kind of come off. You know, do we need it? Yeah, it's a stabilizer. The spinous process is a stabilizer. But the pars defect in between the fat part of the bony part and kind of the branches where the nerves go through, that's a vulnerable area that can lead to more trouble. And that's where you get instability of the spine. So when you mention, you know, how important that is to like a tight end, especially like Laporta's game, where he's pushing, blocking, you know, pushing off, getting himself open, you really have a weakness there, and you're not going to feel stable. And then your body, you know, like anybody has, like when your toenail hurts on your little pinky toe, it throws everything off. Imagine having that in your spine. You know, you're just out of kink. You're off balance, and you just start feeling worse. Like me holding the mic right now with my right arm injury, it's bothering me. So I'm going to switch to my left.
So how does that get fixed with Sam Laporta? I mean, does it require surgery? Is it rehab? Is it just time? And if so, how much time is it?
Well, it'd be great. I mean, they're being real quiet about it. I mean, if we predict, like we say a bone contusion, there's no surgery for a bone contusion. That's a bone bruise. They're actually coming out and saying there's a vertebral fracture. So a lot of times you'll have a non-displaced fracture. Doesn't need surgery. It's a healing time. It's secret sauce. It's all that kind of stuff going on. But a lot of it is recovery. So typically it's pain-free, which in this case, hopefully, if it's minor, you're less than 4 weeks. You know, 2 weeks is a good tail.
Okay.
That's discomfort. So it's zero pain, 90% better, and he plays. And that means he can push off and do everything. And then we can start talking like we always talk about, what gear are you going to play in? Right? Is Laporta in 4 gears instead of 5 gears better than what we currently have? Yeah. Possibly. He's a distraction too, right? Like in the Philly game, he's a major distraction that wasn't there for golf. Mm-hmm. So it's a healing. Right now, if he was going to have surgery, we would have heard more things going on. Right now, I think it's probably a non-displaced fracture in one of those areas that we need to see how he heals and how he recovers. You know,
I don't like that. I don't like that for his position. I mean, obviously, I don't like any injuries, nor do we. But them not talking about it and it being what it is, it's because of what position he plays. Like, he's a major blocker for this team. So his body is going to be in positions the majority of the game. He's not a guy we're just going to have go out there and catch passes. He's a guy that's blocking a lot of times in that position, and you're in your stance. And when you're lining, you're getting up like that, that's directly affecting, like that motion, that's directly affecting where it is. Like, you're talking about trying to be man enough to not feel this type of pain as you're blocking Jalen Carter, as you're chipping on, you know, Jalen Phillips or whoever other these players are going to play. That's not specifically a good thing for his position. I don't like that for the Lions. Mm-hmm.
Which adds up to he'll need that 1 to 2 more weeks to be fully capable of his position. Can he be out there playing a different game, like different gears? He may not have all 5 and be out there.
So he wouldn't be done for the season, you don't think? You said
Right
4
now,
weeks.
if we leave it where we're at right now, this is a 4 or 5. What do we got? 7 more weeks of the season. Yeah. I think we're going to know a lot more week to week.
What's it prevent him from doing?
Prevent him to be powerful.
Okay.
I mean, the number one thing is power.
Okay.
Right. For him to cut or catch a football with non-contact, he'll be all right. But that's not the NFL game of NFL.
To make that make sense, how that hinders him. If I know this and I'm the defensive coordinator for, let's just say, the Dallas Cowboys, or I'm the defensive coordinator for the Rams, every time Sam Laporta comes on the field, especially when his hand is in the ground, I'm putting the defender over him. I'm making him have to use his body. I'm making him have to aggravate that potential muscle. And that's where it says it's not doing anything dirty. I'm just making him activate that injury every single play. And that's going to deter how good he can be the whole game. Because he'll start feeling good. He'll have the secret sauce. But you do this a couple times, that second and a half quarter, it's like, shoot, it's wearing off. It's wearing off. That's why I don't like it.
What's the pain delivering? I mean, is it a sharp pain? Do you usually?
It's everything.
Something like that.
It's a constant
ache.
numbing?
Constant ache. Okay.
It's a constant ache, but then when you get resistance or you move a certain way, you can get that sharp pain. And he's tough. He's again, he's the tough Iowa boy. For him to do this and the imaging coming out, it's not rocket science. It's an injury. It's got to heal. There's some things I like to throw out there, the secret sauce. But still, there's natural physiological healing that has to take place. Can we wrap it? Can we tape it? Can we support it? Yeah, you can support it. Yeah. Can we K-tape it? Yeah, you can do all those things. But still, at the end of the day, with all the power going on, like we always talk about that 70-mile-an-hour collisions with football players, that's a weak spot that it resonates to his whole body.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100% in that.
I've got something, if you don't mind.
I was about to jump into. You asked about Michigan?
I was going to ask about Michigan's got 2 running backs.
We don't really want to talk.
Justice Haynes, Jordan Marshall. They have won or they've combined for 100 yards in 9 of the 10 games they've had so far this year. Haynes is out with a bad foot. He's had surgery. He's needed surgery on it. Marshall is out with a shoulder. Okay. Now, I know that's
nasty land, too. He landed right.
It's a tough thing, right? If it's separated or usually shoulder injuries, how do you hide those? How do you handle those in football specifically? Because there is so much violence, as you just mentioned, and so much torque on those shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to hide, especially for a running back where he's got to hold on to that ball. Yeah. All they're doing is trying to punch it out. Yeah. So you have to have all your force, and that's like an internal cage, right? You're coming in, it's a cage that you're creating that you can't break. So when you have a weak link, I think it's more of an AC separation there.
Okay.
And that's so tender because it's where your collarbone comes into your shoulder, and those ligaments are lacking. That creates a lot of weakness. As strong as you are in your hand and your forearm, you still have a weak link when these guys are just looking to beat you. As far as, it's not like he's throwing or doing anything like that.
No.
So a lot of it is from here.
Okay.
Like usually with shoulder injuries, like we talk a lot about hockey players, shoulder injuries aren't as bad because everything's below the shoulder height. Receivers and things like that, you got to go up. That's a major difference. Running backs can get by with playing shoulder and below. So everything here is fine. When you start going out to here, up, or anything, that creates a weakness, and you're vulnerable.
It's a good
and you don't want to be that.
Yeah. So no throwing it to him out of the backfield.
That's good. That's a good explanation.
It is.
Yeah, no, especially with the shoulders. Let's hope he can get back sometime soon. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
I got a question. So when I was in college, I did this to my
That's
finger.
ugly.
I play wide receiver. It comes with the territory. But I did this in college. Got it stuck in a face mask. We're playing Central Michigan. And back in the day, they told me I would have to fuse it. And if I fuse it, wouldn't be able to move but from here down. Me playing wide receiver, I chose to keep it this way so I could use it. It worked out for me. Now that I'm done, I'm looking at my finger and it looks ridiculous. What should I do with this? What are my options?
Are we talking about the movement or are we talking about the ugly knuckle?
We're talking about the ugly knuckle and it being bent where I can't move it. Can I now cut this scar tissue out of here and then fuse it?
Yeah, if you want to fuse it, but you understand you're missing that joint, but you'll look pretty again.
Right.
Yeah.
That's.
I think it's a conversation starter. I think it looks cool.
Excuse me, sir. Did you play NFL football?
Well, you know,
Why,
actually,
yes, I did. Oh, Dr. J's over there? Never
But
mind.
you know the cool thing about that though, the rest of my you're hilarious. The rest of my hand also still looks like I played football. So the fuse this one, these are still crooked as hell too.
No, I
So
mean
should get
it's
this
not
fused?
functional at this point,
Will
right?
it hurt me on the golf course?
It may help you. You're already in grip form.
Ah,
Yeah.
When you fuse it, you
Good
won't be able
call,
to come
Doc.
That's what I'm
come
saying.
around. Yeah, there's some therapy. You could probably wear a brace. There's actually a brace.
man, those things didn't work. They put those. I know exactly what you're
It's
talking
not
about.
work. What do you want it to? I mean, it'll keep it in a position. It's not going to recover it.
Oh.
You're too late for the recovery.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, I mean, now
it
would
has
have to be
been 22 years.
right. It would be surgical and see what you could do. Can they do a 10-minute repair? There's a lot of stuff to be done. Can it be like your other hand? No. Can it improve from where you're at right now? Yes.
Okay, that's the conversation we'll talk about. I need to improve this hand.
We'll get one of the hand surgeons in and we'll get that going.
There you go.
There we
You
go.
got it all. Okay.
So you wanted
great-
to talk
great-
about-
Great stuff on Laporta. Thank you.
You want to talk about your pitcher?
I don't. We don't have time to talk about our picture. No.
Scoobs.
But we can do that in another day. I mean, that's evergreen.
Yeah, I
that's
mean-
not going away.
I mean, we
so-
can- yeah,
but
we can
we'll
put it out.
We'll talk
Yeah.
about some other time. I just I find it very interesting when pitchers have surgeries, multiple surgeries on their throwing arms, if there is some type of window of opportunity for them to re-injure it, the likelihood of it. It's something that we can talk about later. This has been football related. It's been really good and really knowledgeable about stuff with Sam Laporta. So thanks for educating us as always, Doc.
That Sam Laporta conversation is going to lead to a different conversation when the season's over, Shep. We were having that conversation on who do you bring back, who don't you bring back, why don't you bring this person back. Depending on what that back looks like and moving forward, you start to look at the injuries pile up for Sam Laporta, the guy that doesn't feel any pain. Those injuries stack up. That'll be another conversation as it relates to keeping or not.
I would argue outside of the knee, Doc, that back injuries might be the most concerning of any athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
I mean,
unfair, or do you think that's pretty close?
Neck.
It all depends to the degree, right? You got neck, you got Achilles. Achilles we've talked about. ACL
Patella
repairs.
tendon.
Well, yeah, we said
mean,
the knee, but
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the back is very vulnerable, but you can overcome. There's so much extra structure around. A guy who's dedicated can get around it.
okay, good.
A knee, your structure, and ankle. I'm more worried about ankles.
Really?
Ankles there's a lot of anatomy there, and you can't get by without an ankle.
That's a
you
great
can't-
point, man. I mean,
Facts.
okay, so ankle, you would say knee. If you had to prioritize the thing that concerns you as a team doctor when you see a number of similar injuries, it's ankle, knee, and what?
I mean, spine and neck is,
Okay.
concussions in there too. Concussion's the big
yeah.
unknown,
Yeah,
right? So
It's a danger. What I'm taking from it is a dangerous sport.
it's
a
dangerous all over for sure.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, great stuff.
Play
Thanks,
now.
Doc. We appreciate it.
all right, guys.